world is a land of mines. One misstep and you'll fall. Your heart no longer yours. It'll start beating for someone else. Confessions, 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 and confessions everywhere. I'm sorry if this seems like a total Valentine's Day mood to you guys, but which I guess currently right now we are what, like less than 5-6 months? I don't know. It's far off. It's next year. So you might be wondering why. Well, what's the occasion for this one to talk about romance blossoming in cherries, if we want to go by that analogy? Latest chapter. Should be pretty obvious. Latest chapter is kind of the reason on that account. But hey guys, what's up? Lucky Cheese 7 is here today to give you guys another Black Clover podcast. And as you all usually know, the drill, can't really do these podcasts by myself. I mean, technically, yeah, I can, but what fun would that be? What fun would it be just to have me here like every other YouTuber when I could just be talking about, a series with a buddy, with a friend. So, I brought with me a special friend and a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, technically, you can confess your love in Christmas time. That's actually a nice timing to do so. So it's not that far apart. 3 months, less than 3 months, or 3 months. Yeah, let's go with 3 months.
Give or take.
So yeah, so hey, it's an early start for this one character that has well, technically, finally has confessed, but not directly. But we're gonna talk about that. But first, I should introduce myself. It is I, Sparda3g, once again the guest of the podcast. And boy, this is some chapter it was. When they said it was gonna have a mini arc about love, well, technically we got that. So this ought to be fun to discuss.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. And you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and just dive right in? Let's just go ahead and dive right in. Although,
All right.
from what mentioned, unfortunately, the Great Runner tale didn't exactly come about.
I gotta say, I was surprised. The very first panel, well, not the very first. Actually, yeah, the very first panel. When I see her sitting down, I was like, the running has stopped. Did I skip a chapter? I thought I skipped a chapter, damn it. No, but no, she stopped running, and yeah, it's a miracle, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because like her birthday was on September 18th, and it passed. Which, by the way, I don't know if this is very, very coincidence of Tabitha, but he has written her birthday to be on the 18th, while Yami's birthday is the day before, the 17th. I don't know if that's a coincidence or that is some very, very shady idea of his.
I wonder.
Is it fate or is it some sheer coincidence? I don't know.
Only one person would know the mind of Tabata, and that is only Tabata himself. He'd be like, let me make one birthday a day before, just to mess with the fans. Well, it's clearly working on that account, I'll say that. Because they got me going like, I don't know.
It'd be interesting. They have like a chapter where they celebrate Yami's birthday, and then it follows up with her birthday. It's literally day after day. It's like, how this is gonna work out now?
Yeah, right. But so pretty much the chapter starts off. We get the chapter title, "The Rose's Confession," which should give you an indication as to what the chapter's going to be about. Dusk softly wrapped in regrets, and we see Charlotte like on top of someone's house, just like covering her face, just thinking, I really screwed up. Why am I like this? Yet again. I can bring myself to be honest to Yami, and he's got to think I'm some weird woman by now. I strove to become strong in order to break this curse, And meanwhile, I lost all faith in the men that were nothing back but talk. But in the midst of all that, I was saved by Yami. Even so, somewhere inside my heart, I didn't want to acknowledge it. I'd fought my way here as the captain of a female-only Magic Knight squad. Just kind of just think back through all our memories. And then we kind of transitioned over to the Blue Rose headquarters where we not only see Charlotte like just standing in the center with like all her squad mates, but like, Soul's there and like a couple other members too. And she's like, "What's the matter, sis?" And the others are like, "Captain, well, what was it you wanted to talk with us about?" Rejecting the strength of men and formed purely from the power of women, the Blue Rose is a proud and valorous squad of magic knights. Which is why, in telling you this, I am prepared to resign from my position as captain. I, I'm, I'm in love with Yami, and immediately you see their reaction, like, "Oh, huh." It's not the reaction we were kind of expecting. And she even goes on further, saying, "No matter how hard I tried to get rid of these feelings or forget about him, I just couldn't. It's to the point now where I'm just completely and utterly helplessly in love with that man." And Soul's like, "Sis," and everyone there is just like, huh, okay.
Time for banishment.
He's like, it's like
I
time
mean, that's
for
what she's expecting, though. That's what she was expecting. Banished from the Blue Rose. Pretty much resign as the captain, because the code of the Blue Rose has always been about women's power. It's pretty much like, denying the men's power to be the saving grace for them, while they can handle their own strength. And her, pretty much, they go to the point that they should not talk to men, they should not date a man, for especially for that. I mean, Soul fits in way perfectly, because if you know the background, you know how she is. Charlotte, she's always taking a serious role. That is until Yami exists, and then she always like, she always put that front of like, oh, I'm very serious, stop being an idiot. And then her mind is always a different story. Like, oh my god, he's too close. What he's trying to do? Oh, I gotta remain calm. So
it's like
it's like it's
Noelle.
always yeah, it's similar to Noelle. So Noelle always like say something nice, and then she denies it afterward. It's like, oh wow, it's like, oh wow, Asta, you were really damn awesome there. But I'm just saying that just because you're rarely that cool. I'm just saying. Stuff like that. So with Charlotte, she always put that front of like, always serious, but then in her mind she's always like, going helplessly drowning in a pool of love, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
But this time she finally let out, like, this is like her coming out of her shell, I guess you could say. Because, she always
Closet.
had that image of like, of a serious captain, a serious woman, magic knight. But now it's like I guess you could say she showed weakness in a sense,
She's like,
because,
"I can't take it anymore. I need to just spill it."
yeah, it's like if she's gonna keep on she's gonna keep on hiding, we'll probably get another round of running sprints from her. Like, all right, she's going for 1,000 miles this time.
Darwin.
So but yeah, so this is actually a interesting development in a sense, because like I actually thought this was gonna be a running gag from the last chapter. Then coming to this chapter, there would be like, I thought she would just still try to remain the same way, even though she embarrassed herself by running the hell out of there. But still, this is a progress of her to finally like admit to something, rather than try to keep up the image of a brave and strong, bold woman. But yeah, that's this is one hell of a way to do it. I say that.
Yeah. So I didn't want to see the look on her face. She's like, "Oh man, I knew it. They weren't gonna forgive me." And because I was sitting here, just going like, "Man, like, what's the immediate reaction?" And literally the next page, it's like the complete opposite reaction. Everyone's just like, "Oh my god, that's so awesome! We're rooting for you, Captain." And her and Soul are just like, wait, what? Like, even one of the other squad mates is like, yeah, to tell you the truth, I actually have a boyfriend too. We've been dating in secret.
One truth leads to another, I guess you could say.
I was just sitting there just going like, oh my, I'm like, that actually just happened. What else, Sparta? What about you? Like, just on this page, like, how did you react?
I just laugh my, I just laugh so bad because like throughout the series, you got this image of the group that's just solely pride on women. The way how Charlotte and Soul has demonstrated for the past ever throughout the series, but now it comes down to the fact that only those two, the captain and the vice captain, are the only one that really stick to the code and stick to the honor, stick to that pride. While everyone else is like, they follow along, but they got some they got some secrets of their own. Apparently one of them has been dating, so yeah. Because that's against the code. We can't let them date. We can't let one person go with a man. But now here it is. This is like the truth out. Not only somebody has like some secrets, but they all become instant fangirls, the fangirls of pairing. Now they're rooting for her to confess to Yami. It's like, oh my god, yes, this is awesome. We're gonna be cheering for you. You gotta tell them. Yes, you must tell them. Oh, I know a restaurant we could go to. I'm like, all right, yeah. It seems like it seems like you two you were on your own all this time. Charlotte thought.
I
Charlotte
know.
thought every.
I was just
Mhm.
sitting there, just going like, I can just imagine them just like in their heads going like, "Whew, finally, we can finally stop hiding shit."
Yeah. And like so it's like they're good at this romance stuff. Oh, it's like, yeah, because they've been hiding for a long time. So pretty much pretty much when it comes down to it, those two were the only one. But now that Charlotte confessed, Soul is alone on this. By logic reason, she should be the captain.
Technically,
Because at
yeah.
least she stick to the code,
She's
even if
like,
it's huh?
huh? Charlotte confessed. Then all these guys are like, yeah, we've been hiding secrets. You're like, huh? I feel like the
Yeah.
odd one.
Yeah, it's funny because like you would sort of believe that the Blue Rose were all like this, mainly because you judge by Charlotte, even though her inner mind is always a struggle when it comes to Yami and Soul, who's legitimately don't like guys and just stick to like women, and that's why she fits in perfectly. So you kind of get the impression that everybody else is in the same boat. Then this happened, and now you know that was a lie. You pretty much living a lie for a long time.
Right?
You're just seeing Charlotte like bedazzled, like what is happening? Yeah,
Like, I just confessed, and now everyone else is just like, yeah, we've been doing this too. It's like, sure. Like, man,
oh my
I
goodness.
just opened up a can of worms. You're like, yep.
Yeah, you did. You
Like,
sure did.
you confess one thing, you reveal the truth, and it's like, hey, it's totally fine. Like, I could just imagine, like, from that point on, that one squad would just like brings her boyfriend over.
I would like to know who is it.
You're right.
Maybe it'd be hilarious. It'd be something like a named character. Like, holy crap, what a big name!
Make it funny and it's luck.
Oh god.
I would die laughing if it's luck.
It's like,
Actually,
oh, I was promised that we're gonna fight together to death. So it's why we're together. We're like rivals. Like, sure.
like, and then they also just got so. It's like, man, they're completely fired up about this love stuff, and they're like, confess your love, confess your love, confess your love. Like, it just happened like 4 times, and, and she's like, I'll confess my feelings to Yami, and they're like, yay, do it, do it. Even Soul's like, wait, calm down, just relax. That comes the best part because she's like, I don't know what's going on here, but you guys seem all worked up, and this dude,
exact
You
same.
pull the same stunt. Okay, Yami shows up, but he shows up the same fashion he did last chapter. And I remember watching at this going like, again?
Only we
Really?
bought only no basket, and this time asked and Asta.
He's like, ah, there you are. What you doing?
It's like, wow, what a timing. And she just finished saying, like, yeah, I'll confess to Yavi, all because of peer pressure. And then he shows up. I was like, wow, what a timing. Time to do this.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, time to do this. And they just all like push her forward. Like, come on, Cat, this is the perfect chance. Ask him out on the date. Ask him. And she's like, Yami? Well, like, Captain, we can't hear you at all. Though it's kind of cute. Like, why are you standing there all stiff and muttering? Are you Gordon Sully?
Oh, man. I can't believe he said that.
I didn't even realize he said that. Huh. It's a good point, actually.
He referenced a character for that.
And next panel, this is where it gets even funnier because he's like, I know how you feel, you know. I've known for a good while. And she's like, she like her temperature is increasing, and like you have like some of her squad mates in the back, like one like with a hand like that feeling you just could, that feeling that you just couldn't put into words, that no one else could understand, and you're immediately thinking like, oh my god, is this actually gonna happen? Like, are we gonna get Yami X Charlotte? Is that like confirmed? Next panel. It's like, you just really, really don't like me at all, do you? To the point that you have a physical reaction against me. It's like, but even so, you never screamed and ran away because you were afraid of hurting my little old sensitive heart, yeah? And immediately she's like, huh? Like, we've known each other for years and years now. On the next page, when you see the panel and you see the reactions, and like the ultimate dick-headed hyper dude, bro, dude, bro, the ultimate dick-headed hyper dude, bro. It's hopeless. She can't confess her feelings like this. Like, I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
I got a good laugh out of that one. I was like, how the ultimate thick-headed hyper dude, bro. Huh?
Yeah, that's a long nickname if it's a nickname.
If it is one. Like, I don't mind hearing you out. You can at least tell me how much you hate me, yeah? And she's thinking like, no, it's no use. The words, they're all coming out all. I don't even know what language that is. So
I think it's just a lot of babbles. It's pretty much saying, if I remember right, I think that when you see symbols like that, it pretty much saying a language that is really not a language. It's more like unspeakable words, if that make any sense.
that makes
It's
sense.
like it's like it happened because I remember it happened in Tokyo Ghoul. So
It did. Yeah.
yeah, because I remember it was being said by a person who cannot speak. So that is the case here, if I remember right. But yeah, she she's pretty much lost with words at this rate.
She's like, oh, I, I don't know what to say, but at this rate, he's going to misunderstand. And then Asta, he's like he's just observing this whole thing, just going like, "You're wrong, Captain Yami. I don't think she dislikes you." And immediately Yami just like holds him over the head. Like, who the hell asked for your opinion? You're living on borrowed time from that execution as this Brad. And he's like, this feeling that I'm sensing from the Rose's captain, it's just like Noelle. Huh. Funny how I just brought that up earlier.
I know, right? What did he on? Oh boy,
It's like, this isn't hate, it's trust, probably. But the more she trusts
probably.
you and relies on you, the harder it is for her to be honest and open to you. There's people like that, you know? And he's just like, I just recently found out about it myself.
Oh my god, like he's not wrong, but uh,
Wait, At first, when I saw that, I was just like, "Oh, he learned," and then he said, "It's about trust." I'm like, "God damn it, Ast!"
I was like, you're close. You're
I was about to say, if you already know, then make a move. But he brings in the trust part, and I'm just like, great. Still dense, but he's close.
he's getting better.
Say what now?
He's getting better. I guess it's
Yeah.
the upside to take over.
To which Yami's like, yeah, you're straight up proclaiming that Noelle trusts you and relies on you, and that doesn't embarrass you in the least to say that? It's like, no, not at all. We're all comrades that have walked the thin line between life and death and come out on top countless times together after all. But man, Noelle really just can't be honest with herself, you know. And I would also like to point out Nero, not in her human form, back in bird form, troll face. Just
I think it sums it up perfectly on the situation, though. It's
yeah.
like you're just having two guys who's really, really missing the point. He got. I'm more surprised the fact he can actually read the mood or read well not the mood but more like read the corrected attention, I guess, because
Mhm.
like she's not. It's like he's not wrong that she doesn't. It's not that she hates Yami. It's just she just has trust because it's it's more than hate. It's more than probably more than friendship. But this is where he pretty much hit the barrier of friendship and think like everybody's like, well, when it comes to trust, it's hard it's hard for them to show that because it's just like it's just hard. It's probably embarrassing. I don't know. But hey, if only Noelle was actually better at that, she could show her a great friendship. It's pretty much it's like strong friendship and nothing else. That's pretty much where Asta is at. And obviously that's definitely a wrong case of scenario. But hey, at least he's getting better. But still, damn it. Yeah. But hey, I guess in a sense he saved the pairing because Yami, I almost legitimately believe that Charlotte just hates Yami. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, I said it right. He thought he thought she hates him. So it's like, well, if you want to tell all the hate stuff you want to tell me, go for it. And she was already lost with words, so Asta pretty much saved the day in a funny sense because yeah, he can read now, almost.
Almost.
I just like he's like, well, listen up. Even if it's something embarrassing, hard to say, just act the way you always do. It's like, he's like all buddy buddy to her. It's like, hey, cheer up. It's all cool. Sometimes it's embarrassing. Take your time. I'm like, why are you acting like you know everything now?
That's what I was thinking too. I was just like, I admire your enthusiasm on the situation, but he like tapping her on the shoulder too, and she's like,
Yeah, like they're buddy buddy. Hey, cheer up. We all have embarrassments.
and, and then Soul over here. It's just like, how dare you touch this in a familiar manner? And once again, Nero is still just like sitting on top of Asta, like not even moving a bit.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. just Nero just chilling.
She's always just up there, just going like, "Really? We came here to find answers, and we we got caught in this situation." Well, I'm just gonna sit on top of Asta because I got nothing better to do, even if he is getting choked to death. But luckily, the atmosphere kind of dies off from the whole shipping phase, and things get more serious. As Charlotte's like, "It seems we are both blessed with wonderful nights in our squads," and Yami's like, "I wouldn't say that. Thanks to this little booger, we're in a lot of trouble right now." And she's like, "Asta, was it? I heard what happened. I'm sorry. This is because of what we all did while we were possessed." And Asta's like, "No, no, 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 no. It's not your fault." And she's like, "Yami, you had something you wanted to discuss with me. Would you care to join me for dinner then? He's like, sure. I really don't get what's going on here, but hey. And also cue in the other squad mates in the back, like, it's a date! So, and this is actually kind of where we get to some of the more interesting bits. Because she's like, what did you wanted to talk? You just wanted to talk to me about my rose curse? And she's just thinking to herself, like, how dare you get my hopes up? She's like, yeah. Was there something else you were expecting?
Well, I wonder. Oh well, maybe next time.
I would have expected Asta to think like this, but Yami?
I mean,
It
it
makes sense,
is
though.
yummy.
Yeah,
I guess the irony is if you learn to read key, you pretty much misread their feelings. I guess you could say that. It's almost ironic in a way when you think about it.
kind of is.
It's like you can read their key, but you can't read their feelings. I don't know where we're going wrong here.
So I'm like, huh. I'm like, how exactly does that work? Mm. But you get Charlotte going like, this was originally the magic of cursed mages that bore a grudge against my family. But as a result, it is unique and unlike any magic known within our kingdom, making dispelling it impossible. Forbidden magics meddle in the very natural order of the world of life. This curse that activated when I turned 18 alters the form of my soul and my magic itself. In all likelihood, it is a curse from a forbidden magic, borrowing power from an other world. And he's like, I thought so, but that's all I know as of now. Forbidden magic in your squad of magic knights. There is someone who, in a matter of speaking, experienced the effects of such a curse to an even greater extent than myself. Is there not? And Yami's kind of a bit puzzled because he's like, hmm. And before we get over to the last page, because there's a lot that needs to be talked about there. Sparta, you want to give your thoughts on this revelation with Charlotte and her curse?
Was happy that we actually made a reference to that. I mean, like I shouldn't. I known since the last chapter where when Yami went to visit her, but like I always wondering like how far does like how much information are we gonna get out of this? And it seems like yeah, it's pretty much confirmed the curse things does come from the outer world, pretty much where the devils are lurking from. So, but yeah, like I was reminded one of the users mentioned about like chapter 105, I think.
I
And I
believe
actually
so.
looked,
Yeah, it was 105.
yeah, and then it's the exact same figure. So it seems like this type of figure, we're probably gonna see that one day. I don't know if it'll happen in the next arc or this arc, but I feel like that would be something like where Charlotte will have to get involved again because I believe she's still cursed for this, right? Or what?
I think so.
Because all I know is that when we put two and two together, even though we haven't addressed the last part of the chapter, but let's say we just addressed the part where she said about like there's a member of your in your brigade, your the Black Bulls, pretty much have the same effect, but even worse or stronger than hers. They when you do the math in a sense, Noelle is the only one I could think of. And the way how the transition to the last part, which we will get to that very soon, pretty much match well. Because like when you look back to the flashback of Charlotte, it's similar to how Noelle, only Noelle, like you know, her possession of using magic is always it's very inaccurate. It's very like it's out of control, especially when she loses her self confidence, which it happens when she first joined the Black Bull. Like if you remember, when she joined the Black Bull, she's
Like way
like,
back when.
yeah, she's like, it was like a chaotic mayhem in a spear of water and all that craziness. So with Charlotte, it pretty much happened in similar, and the way how they rebound has to do with like like some like a someone's affection or people's affection. With Noel, it happens many times, but the first time it happens is where like the black bulls just come in and pretty much help him out because they because Noel was all by herself. Her family hated her, and she pretty much was like disavowed.
Kind of like
I
an
guess.
outcast.
Yeah, she was outcasted by her own family. Charlotte, the curse started once she turned 18, if I remember 18, right?
Believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it was 18. It was 18, and she was like by herself until Yami shows up, which is like the perfect timing. And of course, that's where she developed she developed feelings for him. But the point is, it's like love, I guess you could say, love and affection, love, romantic or just family, friends, whatever, is probably the key to slow down or stop the curse. Well, I'm not sure about stopping, but definitely slow down the curse or whatever. Basically, we don't know if the curse has gone away completely, but we know that's how one way to prevent it, and that's why Charlotte is pretty fine right now and has been fine since then. But we'll see what happens down the future because it seems like bringing up that specific character with the same figure, it seems like it's going to play an essential role. We don't even know where she's from. We just know
No,
we just know
that's a good point, actually.
yeah. We don't know what's the bare grudge she has against her family. So it seems like this is going to be expanded upon. Because as if anything, we just learned for the past two chapters, even now, especially from this chapter, despite how hilarious this whole shenanigan was, it does seems like every small bits and pieces will be covered. We're gonna expand his lore, expand his flesh out the more of the character and the development, and it seems like this is one of them. But for now, we're treating this as a one of the key to figure out how these devil comes from, what about the curse, forbidden magic, where they're coming from. It starts now. We started to see like more of the possibility because a long time ago, I didn't see it as a I only see it as like, okay, somebody did a forbidden magic and that'd be the end of story. But now we're starting to see that forbidden magic seems to happen to many other characters, not just her. Like it, we don't know about Finro brother, like why he got that
It happened
demonic thing.
to what was it? To Secret too. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like we're starting to see more of like the expansions of the magic coming from the outer world. We see the curse. We're seeing like straight up demons, devils coming to be part of the person, or what happens when you use the magic from the outer world, and like Sekri, that's why she has horns now, and other stuff. It seems like we're starting to expand that, which is exciting. But again, we're only doing bits and pieces, and then that's where the next chapter, or not next chapter, this is where the cliffhanger for the next chapter. That's my interest in more ways than one. So you want to cover to the last part?
Yeah. So the last panel with Yami, we cut over to one of the ruined sections of the kingdom, pretty much where the elf invasion happened, and we see Dorothy. It's been a while since we've seen her. Say that. And she's cleaning up the city. You see Noelle, and she turns around. She's like, "Well, the little sister of the House of Silva. Did Noelle? Not Noelle. Did Nozelle ask you to come?" And last panel of the chapter, she's like, "Yes, I have come to hear from you about my mother and devils." And I'm going to be completely honest. When I saw this page, when I saw that last panel, in my head, I was like, man, it's probably going to be a while before we get something big for Noelle. And then that last panel hits, I was like, oh shit!
Oh my grimoire. That's what Tabitha said. No, but I'll be honest. I mean, like, part of me, there was a mixed feeling. Like, there was a mixed feeling I have. Part of me believe, like, yeah, Tabitha will do some more stuff with Noel, despite what we just have already. She's gonna Tabitha would not just like, all right, you did all I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna sideline you. So I had a hunch he's not gonna do something like that. But at the same time, there was another feeling that says like, what if this was the last part that we ever got from her? because she finally able to control her magic, and she got her the armor, that the Valkyrie armor from her mom. So it's like,
Hmm.
that sounds like final for now. And then we probably have to wait 48 arcs later to finally get another development. Cause the logic
That seems
of
to
a
be a
lot of
trend.
because the logic of a shonen fan is, well, more like, I don't even know. Just let's just go with shonen fan. The logic is these heroes will never get anything more than just be there, and that's it. And maybe fan service here and there, and that's it. It's
I thought you were
whatever.
going to be like, well, you got her spotlighted now. We'll give her some time off.
Nope.
That's not the case here.
No, that's not the case. Instead, we're gonna get more. Not only more of her character, but as more of her mom and the devils. And it seems like they may most likely connect the two, and it may I guess you could say my prediction, or my hunch on why Noelle connects to what Charlotte described earlier perfectly. I feel like it has to do with the curse, and I feel like she has. I feel like they'll be a little bit more deeper. Like, all we know is that Charlotte was cursed because this person was hating on the family. We don't know who, but we'll find out popping down in the future. We just have to wait and see. Noelle part, we're gonna see more on that by addressing why the mom is connected to the devil. From the sound of it, it seems like it's connected, especially the idea that Noelle was the last one to be born and the mom dies right after, which is shady in a
And
sense.
she wasn't skilled. That was the other thing.
Yeah. And she was like her magic control was awful beyond belief. But once she has it control, she's pretty damn powerful from the get-go. It's like, damn, she's really powerful. Huh. It's like you're thinking maybe it's just the noble thing, but might be more than that. There might be more than that. And we're probably gonna learn it from here soon. So, well, I'm fingers crossed. Yeah. I just can't wait for this next chapter, because my God, he's really doing a hell of a justice, freaking spotlighting these characters, let alone the heroine characters. So I'm really excited for the next development.
Oh, dude, I'm pretty excited for it too. Like, like it's like I said, when I got to the last panel, I was just like, ah, man, like the direction where we can go right now. Now, someone I forget where, but they were saying so predictions that this arc are going to be on. Is it going to be Noelle centric, or is it going to be just a chapter? And I'm thinking it might just be the chapter. I think
I
now.
did it.
I think the chapter will lead into where we're going to go into next. That's that's what I can say.
The way I see it is like the next chapter. I think is be the only one chapter focusing on the mom and the devil.
Mhm.
And I do also believe that if whatever the information will come out of it is something that will be like a part of a seed planted on Noel's character, and that's where we're gonna see how it's gonna grow from there. Like right before we get to like a actual arc, this mini arc so far, as we could say, has been like planting seeds or planting new information, details on the characters, details on the lore, details on the cursed magic, and so on. Like, we needed a court to address the noble side, to address the law of the Clover Kingdom, as well as the whole reason to start to move around more for the main character, the Black Bulls,
Especially
just
from the
by
aftermath of the whole elf invasion arc that just
right.
recently went down.
It's like you're not gonna just say, "Hey, let's go to the other kingdoms." Why? Because why not? But now it's like, oh shoot, Asta is gonna get exterminated, so we gotta help him. I think we have no choice, but we gotta go to other kingdoms and find more information. But first, we're gonna get some information from these people because they are connected to it somehow, some way. Charlotte was definitely connected to it. Now that's confirmed. Then we're gonna find out about Noelle. I mean, like, I know people say like, "Well, this is about her mother," and that is true. But but when like they say, one generation passes down to another, and obviously the mom has has passed away for a while, so now Noelle is gonna carry the mantle. So whatever happens is gonna carry on to her. And we already seen all those crazy effects of the magic, the curse, whatever. We're gonna learn a lot more, and it's definitely gonna plant a new seed for a new development. Um, I think what the mini arc is serving right now is planting a lot of different seeds just for whenever we get a next major arc or one or a long arc, we're gonna start seeing more like like other more developments, which is fine because of evasion. What do you call that arc? The last arc. What's the title for that?
Let's see. Let us check the wiki. The reincarnation arc is what they're calling it.
Okay, so
That kind of makes
that's a
sense.
reincarnation arc. As you remember, how many people think, man, we're at the final arc because this has been building up to this very moment, which they're not wrong. But to say it's a final arc, well,
Nope.
here we are. We're not in the final arc, but we are.
My instant
We
red
are.
flag for that was when we found out about Charlie. I was like, yeah, no, we're not ending here. There's no
Well,
way.
yeah, that's true. But like with well, see that's already planted for Charmy. The fact that we found out she's a half dwarf, the fact that the dwarf lives in the Diamond Kingdom, and they're in the mountain. We don't know if they're still alive or there's how many of dwarves out there living in the mountains and whatever. So that's already planted for that, but that'll be in due time. So now we're just doing for more for the character that's kind of I wouldn't say it has ended, but like if you were to just like leave it as it is for Noelle, like, well, what's she gonna do? She'd be a backup provider. It was like, oh, that's fine enough too. But Tabitha decided to put more to it about the whole mother situation because now it's just like now we're probably gonna learn why Noelle was able to attain the Valkyrie armor, out of all the family in the sense because it's like yeah
Like, why
she's the
specifically
daughter,
her compared to like Nozel or Nebra
right?
or
Like what stands out for her? Again, we're just planting more seeds and we're just gonna see a lot of more new developments. So see nothing wrong with that. I'm excited for the next chapter. Not much to say there.
And I know we touched on this not the last podcast, but the podcast before that when the whole trial thing was going on. Do you think with what we have so far that it's gonna lead us going into the Spades Kingdom first? Because I remember the Spades Kingdom they were talking about like how it was dealt with like mysteries and specifically with like it was dubbed as the land of the devils. Well, does getting like this revelation about like curses, both from Charlotte, which we already knew, getting it from Nero during the flashback, and now the fact that the chapter's kind of like hinting at that maybe Noelle's also got this curse. Do you think that's gonna lead us to there per se, or do you think it's like, well, we could be going there, or we could be going somewhere else?
I think they might go to the Spade Kingdom. I mean, it is the most mysterious out of all the kingdom. And I don't see the reason why they would go to like the Heart Kingdom. Like, let's go to the neutral ground. They're just nice. Let's just live there for a minute.
It would feel weird, huh? Like, why would you guys go there?
Yeah, I mean they're neutral, but why would you? What reason do you have to go there? Unless the twist is all the devils is located in the Heart's Kingdom, which would be the irony of all irony. But I don't
What
know.
actually?
Diamond Kingdom, they have no reason to go there at the moment, and they definitely are targeting Clover Kingdom, and now they know that. Well, I think they know that they're at the weak point. They're definitely gonna go there and take over. So I don't think that's a good idea to go there.
Nope.
Spade Kingdom seems like the likely choice, but we'll see what happens. Maybe two chapters. I think they're just gathering information. So far, they're getting the information that people have been using magic that came from the outer world. So we're learning more and more. I'm not Noelle. We're gonna see, not just for her character, but we're gonna see more about this outer world as well with the whole curse and devils and all that stuff. Which is interesting because Dorothy, out of all people, knows this thing. So,
And it kind of surprised me too. I was just like, huh, you know some stuff.
yeah. I mean, well, it makes sense now because like she was sleeping all this time until now. So hey, now's the perfect
I'm not
time
gonna
to
get into
act.
it. Like when she woke up. personality. Like, hey guys, I'm like, huh, that is not what I was expecting.
I know, right? I mean, even the elf version, pretty much the real the body itself with the elf control. Even when she woke up as an elf, I thought that was actually her personality still, because I was like, yeah, that's how I imagine her for a person who sleeps all day and then wakes up. I imagine that kind of characteristic, the exact same characteristic. That's cool. So then the real version come out, which she almost acted the same, and then she all this and that. It's like, oh, what? This doesn't translate right.
No, even Charmy's reaction to like, hey, is she trying to take my spotlight?
What the hell? I'm supposed to be the only lolly here.
I'll make food. It is gonna be interesting though. I'll say that. And also,
Yeah.
we're gonna get color page.
Woohoo!
It's gonna be exciting.
Should have Noelle again. Most likely it might have
Not
her.
a popularity poll, guys. Let me be specific about that.
Not yet. It's not desperate to try to find a way to have the protagonist as number one, because Asta has been number one for 3 times in a row. So he's good. He's good. I mean, unless Tabitha really wants Noelle to be number one, then maybe he would keep opening the poll. I don't know.
He's like, keep opening it up. I want to get Noelle that recognition. I'll be like, huh. I'm like, I like it,
Okay.
but man.
I mean, Asta's fine. So he probably stayed number one now that he saved the pairing, kinda, sort of,
Right?
maybe.
Maybe the audience is looking at it like, thank you, Asta. You've grown up a bit, but you still need to do something about Noelle.
Yes, you had me and you lost me. I don't want to call it as a you. I don't want to call it as a one step forward, 2 step backwards, because it's really not. But it's more like, I don't know, one step and then a little slip. I don't know, maybe.
It's let me think. Well, what would be the best way to describe that scenario? I guess in Charlotte's term, getting ready for a date, and you're just like in the practice line, like, okay, what do I have to do to make this work? I think that might be the best analogy for Asta right now. Like, huh? Well, we're not exactly there yet. I want to laugh if like if like Noelle like goes over to where Yami and Asta are, and her reaction just mirrors the same thing that happened to Charlotte, like just this chapter in the previous chapter.
Oh yeah, right.
I would just
Hmm.
be like, huh, okay, that happened.
I wonder how the discussion will go down. Like, or Dorothy will explain it in a very Sparky like your mom was super fabulous. She was like up in the sky, kicking. I don't know, something. I can't think of something. I can't think of like a lot of Sparky terms.
I guess in terms of the comedy route, it would keep it consistent with that. I'd be like,
Manage
well,
that.
like, well, Tabata wasn't lying when he said this was going to be it was going to be kind of yeah, it was going to be kind of a comedy arc. So yeah, I guess it works.
I do wonder if Noel knows Dorothy is, like that kind of character.
You're right, because she wasn't there, was she?
No, no, she wasn't. It was Charlotte. It was Charlotte. Excuse me. It was Charmy. It was like two other characters. It was Charmy, Sally.
I
Who
think
was in
Ghost
there?
was there, right? No, Ghost
Who?
was
No,
there.
Ghost was in there. Darn, I'm trying to remember. I don't have the
Oh.
idea, even though with the Bing sound, I do not have the idea yet.
It was like it's like the being like um huh. Still didn't hit.
I'm gonna actually look back.
What was it, volume 20? I believe
I want
so.
to say, all I know is right before they deal with
Yeah, no, it is 20.
yeah, right before they deal with Goach, right? Not Goach, yeah, Goach, right?
It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Ghost and Marie.
yeah. It was
Let's
right before that.
okay, so Gray was there. Yeah, okay, Asta was there too. Um,
Asta was there.
Asta, it shows him on the cover, so I'm gonna assume he was there.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I skipped it.
and I'm gonna say Gordon. It was 184. See here, so Luck's there,
Look,
Magna's there, Nessa's there too. Actually, I don't see Asta.
no, I don't think Asta was in there.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was like nearly half of Blackboard being in this in this battle. There you go. That the real Dorothy.
He's like, thank you guys. I'm like, huh. Um, okay.
Uh,
I would love to have an arc like just with Dorothy.
that all right. That would be amusing.
That'd be hilarious.
I did like the whole imagination world thing. That was awesome panel.
It
I
was.
remember that one. That was like, damn, that time was really putting work in this one.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I feel so much better.
And
She's still
remember,
awake.
guys, this dude didn't take a break for 2 years. Even
That's
more.
true. Yeah, I mean, he took a break. He recently took a break.
Yeah, recently he did. Recently he did, but before that, it was like almost 2 years tops. Like,
I know, right?
man, he's a machine. Nope, never mind.
The only one that could stop him is family, which is understandable.
Yep.
It's like, well, I'm a papa now. I must go back home. So please, that's pretty much how I believe that's why there's a break beforehand. Yeah. So, yeah, it should be really interesting to see how this is gonna go down in the next chapter.
And I mean, look, guys, we could continue talking about where we could go, but I think we've pretty much covered everything when it comes to this chapter. I mean, it was most of it was pretty funny. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It was mainly, call it the reverse of the previous chapter, where the first section, maybe even 2/3 of the previous chapter, was all serious, and then you got the comedy bit. But this chapter, it's like, nope, we're gonna start comedy, and then we're gonna get back to the serious route. That's kind of how I looked at it, though. I was like, all right, Talbot, I see what you did there. You're just kind of reversing it. So, yeah. Overall, I would have said that this chapter was a good plus, but the final 2 pages just kind of just shot that rating up for me. And I was just like, all right, I'm really curious now. Super, super curious about where things are going to go. Like with what Sparda and I have said. And yeah, I mean, aside from that, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Sparda, it was really great having you on board for another Black Clover podcast, especially with a chapter as funny as this.
I know. I really enjoying this mini arc, as they call it. Not sure if it's continued to be love based, but hey, if it is, more power to us. But yeah, this definitely has been a nice ease down tension chapter so far. And they're really funny as well. So that makes it better for all of us. Can't wait for more can't wait for next week. Can't wait.
Next week, which, in case anyone's still confused about the schedule, we should be getting back to normal release schedules. We should be.
Yes. We got lucky with the last 2 chapters, but now the luck will be only a day later. So
Won't be too far off.
yeah, we won't get killed for this.
It's like, well, if it was on Friday, if it was on Thursday, it's gonna just move Friday back. This is the usual dates. So
Yep.
won't be too long. And aside from that, guys, that is pretty much it. I'm LuckyRave,
Sparda3g.
and we will catch you guys next time. Peace.